Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news, intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversation. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
Here comes the king of the south. Yeah, Put your hands in the air, stomp your fingers. Yeah. When you young or older, shoulder. You got to rock your shoulder. Get your body in the mood, and make that waistline move. When you're young or older, just do like I be told ya. Put your body in a trance, and do this brand new dance. Show everybody how to swing, 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 swing. Everybody, you can swing, 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 swing.
Good yawning this morning, and welcome back to Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, your station for fresh news, smart talk all day. It's Friday, the 8th of July, 2022, and you are on the clock with Erin, Greene, and my guest co-host for the Sports Friday segment, Mr. Eric Sawyer III.
Good morning, all. How are you all doing out there?
Good, good. I like your Independence colors, your Bahamian flag colors today. I like this shirt.
Likewise.
I want to say to all the people who are participating in this week's Wear Your Bahamian Flag Colors Day, because it's the National Flag Day, when you are finished with or tired of my Independence shirt, my Bahamian flag color shirt, what you could do for me is you could take it either to the Salvation Army or take it to the Bahamas Humane Society thrift store. You don't have to put my name on it, because that may sound selfish. Just know that I come in there to get it. I love the fashions, I love the styles, and I love the traditional T-shirt sellers. They got some nice new themes and styles this year.
Yes, they do.
I see something with a crab on it. I almost vote PLP. In my, I almost turned, buddy. I almost turned to grab the shade. It's fresh. But I like some of the things the younger people putting out there. Some of the non-traditional and just getting into business. I like some of them T-shirts. Like one say, light off dread. Say current off. Oh, that's Dasquay. That's a classic. See, if you're 45, you can't have independence without light going off somewhere on your property.
Well, I mean, I think past the age of 45, they say current.
Yeah.
And below the age of 45, we say light.
Yeah, I ain't not that used to it. I would have to have had a relationship with it.
Yes.
But I never had it in my life that much.
At least that.
Yeah. Boy, it's 2022. Anyway, I got just a little couple housekeeping notes before we get started. I don't really want to get into the news today. Why? Because it's not a comedy day. I'm not supposed to be cracking jokes on y'all today.
But listen, I have a joke to tell you.
Yes, sir.
And I want to tell you. Did you know that as much as you say Tom Brady may be a Bahamian,
Yeah.
Boris may be one as well?
But listen.
Because if you notice, Bahamians always want leave positions of power when they know they're about to be gone anyway.
Yeah. But here's what convinced me. Here is what convinced me that Boris Johnson, is truly a Bahamian.
Mm-hmm.
175 of your parliamentary colleagues walk out on you, right? They say they want a new government. And you tell them, yeah, that's a good idea. Sure. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay until y'all pick a new government. And these other people are like, buddy, as soon as you go, we ready to roll,
Mm-hmm.
Boris say, no. I can stay until.
Yeah. Y'all try work it out on y'all end. And until then, I'll just hold the fort till the fit come back.
Right. And that's how we know Boris Johnson
I have to be.
is a Bahamian. But not only that, see, I know practicing obey is against the law, but something is going on here because Boris Johnson resigned on African Liberation Day. I'm not saying the two things are connected.
Yeah, because I was about to say, but it sounds like you're a numbers player.
I just saying, if you play numbers, you should have been up all night calculating.
Yeah.
But and then in some sad news, it's a wild time. In some sad news, the former Japanese prime minister was assassinated. Yeah.
Saw that this morning.
And so all I want to say is this: look here, we are walking into independence, the 49th. We're preparing and cutting down a path for the 50th independence. You see, on this little plantation here, we're going to work all of our problems out together, right? We ain't their political figures. When it's time to go, what you're going to do is you're going to look at your wallet and your legacy, and you're going to say, you know what? I have done pretty well. And for those of you out there, you're going to look way down south, and you will say, look from whence I came. My mommy and my daddy was a subsistence farmer and
humble beginnings.
Right, and a subsistence taxi driver, and I don't know who born Hubert Ingram, but that's a giant of a woman and a man to born somebody like that, right? All of them. When you look to the south, and you look at them people, right? You say, wow, I have accomplished so much in my life. I could go home on vacation now.
Staycation.
I've done so much for me and others. I could go home and rest in the assurance that I have, and I am, right? I have done good things, and I am a powerful person. You don't got to be in the halls of power, and we're not going to let politics consume everything in our country, and we're never going to let it go to the point where we solve our problems with bullets. We're dealing with it on the streets, but we're not going to let it escalate any further than that. And that's what being independent means. It means knowing how to govern yourself. That's it. And that's all. And that's where we head in Bahamas. Get on the train, or you don't have to get on, because Bahamians nice. If they see you on the side of the road, they can pick you up and put you on the train.
But you know, speaking of somebody that's nice, I forget to give him a shout out, you know.
Yeah.
Speaking of somebody that will make sure you can get a ride in the back of the truck.
Yeah.
You know Thomas. Thomas is listening.
Our boy Tom from the spot?
Tom Foolery is listening.
Tom from HGTV?
Yes.
Yep. Good morning.
Listen, and his father also listens, Mr. Byron Russell.
Listen.
Good morning.
In fact, Tom, it's good to see you. Mr. Russell, good morning.
Yeah,
look here, the friendliest, hardest working, coolest dude out there. Always supportive and always supported the sport. Always supported the arts. Good morning, Mr. Russell, and please tell your wife we say good morning, because we ain't leaving her out.
Yeah, Mrs. Idame, yes, sir.
Yeah, we ain't leaving her out. Good morning. Look here, there are tons of people out there, you know.
My daddy listening too. You don't miss the show, you know.
Right, and tons of people doing good things in small pockets, you know? And that's why, like I was talking politics, but not the type of politics. Civil society has to step up and help people better organize their lives, because they're out there with a talent and a dream, and they're trying. People are out there trying. Just need a little organization, right? And that's what sporting does.
Much like the baseball field that is now well put together for the championship.
Oh.
Hopefully they keep it that way.
Yeah.
There's grass, there's trees, there's parking, there's light.
Yeah. Listen, do not let your goats... I know you think you're doing the government a favor. Do not let your goats go cut the lawn at the baseball stadium. We got somebody for that.
I'm telling you, man.
We got somebody for that.
Just keep it up, man. Like, it looks so good. You passed it yet? It looks so good.
No, but you know I live in the east. I relocating to the west for the rest of the year. So Shirley Street is due to close to one lane for approximately a month starting July 12th. Now, the notice says Shirley Street. Shirley is a big girl, you know. Shirley's a big girl, but it can't be the whole of Shirley Street.
Boy, listen to me. I'm glad I live in the west.
So, dear people, when Tuesday morning hit...
If you don't have to go that way, don't.
Please, don't. Here's the second thing. I'm going to need you to put down your phones. First of all, the law just passed. They're going to charge you $1,000 if they catch you with the phone in your hand. Now, the notice said don't have the phone on your person, so I imagine that means it could be in your pocket deep, but don't have it in your lap.
No.
You know, don't have it in your hand. Don't have it tucked under your bottom. because they'd be, oh, I see you slip that right there, miss. Here's why it's important. $1,000 they're going to charge you.
Yeah, and there's no payment plan.
Right. Is that for the cell phone? No. $1,000 is for driving without your license and your insurance. Now I think 1,000 is a little exorbitant. That's a little high for. I have a license.
It's designed to curb.
Right. I have a license, but I left it in my other wallet because I'm rich. I got 3-4 wallet. Right. I think that's a bit too much. Now, if you are a habitual driver with no license at all, you need that $1,000 fine.
Yeah, you need to find out. See that you
Yeah.
gotta find the money to license you got on these things.
Yeah. You know, that's important. But with the cell phone thing, I don't think you all realize what happens. When you're on your phone, that slows down your reaction time, which means you slow down the movement of traffic. And if everybody is slowing down the movement of traffic, we might as well just put our car in reverse. And if we're going to do this on Shirley Street with one lane, we might as well just turn right and park your car in the trench on your right-hand side.
Because that's what can end up happening.
Right.
A couple of them can be in there. But he's holding the road, and but the government need to do something. And
Yeah,
no,
first of all,
you just need to
pay attention.
Yeah, pay attention and stay with that WhatsApp group.
Producer, anybody in the Zoom room? All right, we're going to check and see if we have guests in the Zoom room. Now, Mr. Sawyer,
Hey.
I know we get plenty NBA news, right?
Everything
And basketball
going on.
news, because Buddy Hield been doing big things.
Yeah,
I
man.
saw this thread on Twitter by Coach Yo, right, after participating, after running the first training. Man, listen, Buddy,
But he was selfless.
that's here.
He was completely selfless.
He's a model, not just for Bahamian basketball players, not just for Bahamian athletes in general, but for Bahamians across the board. If you go on Twitter and search Coach Yo Buddy Hield,
Yeah, he
you'll find that thread.
he did exactly what Coach Joe said. Like, as much money as he has, as highly recognizable as he is,
Yeah.
as much as he doesn't need to play for the Bahamas, because
Yeah.
he doesn't owe us anything.
Yeah.
He's doing what he's doing what he can for the upcoming generation already. He still came out there. He was the first one to the gym, last one to leave. Shooting drills, all
And
in the mood,
the-
keeping everybody focused.
The mark of a real Bahamian, he could fly first class, but nobody else could, so he refused to.
Exactly.
People had nicer seats than him and tried to give it to him, but
And he said, "No,
refused to
I'm
take
flying
it.
with my team."
Yeah. And for that, Buddy,
I salute you.
I'm proud to be a Bahamian like you. I hope I could be a Bahamian like you.
Correct.
Yeah, man. But hold on, I got a couple of texts here. I like the shirt I saw that has the picture of former Prime Minister Minnis and his classic line during lockdown. My fellow Bahamians and residents, I
see.
need me one of them, please.
I say that's a good laxative though, because anytime he came on, listen,
Listen,
boy,
in fact, we need I want the artists, right? The people that you be busy trying to direct the country. I need some creatives that like the sport. We need to do a whole election show. Michael Pintat, you busy, eh? Oh, you're busy. My bad.
yeah, man,
we
he's
need to
busy.
do a whole election show. Great show as usual. You think Minutes going to Cat Island to get back in power, or not even Cat Island could help him. Great show as usual. Shirley from Andra, she big. Yes, she is. Listen, if you trying to, I saw one boat trying to get to Acklands, I think, for the Cascarilla Heritage Festival, mail boat. Look here, they put half of New Providence on that mail boat.
oh, yeah, everything had to go.
Safe travels. Safe travels, my people. One last text. Please inform Minister Mitchell.
Make sure you read it before you say it.
Ooh. Dear texter, I'm going to read this after. I'm going to read it to see if I could read it after the break, but I want you to know that your text has been received and acknowledged. Thank you very much. Okay, I was hoping to have in studio today some coaches from the Babe Ruth Caribbean Championships. There's a story in this week's Tribune. The title is Teams Arriving for Babe Ruth Caribbean Championships. So the Babe Ruth League is an international youth baseball and softball league based in Hamilton, New Jersey, USA, named after George Herman Babe Ruth. And like I said to my guest yesterday, I'm also almost certain Babe Ruth is a Bahamian too. He just slug. He don't care who I don't have to go after the ball. I don't have to bring it back. I knock in this, buddy. I knock in this.
Yes, I just knock it hard.
And so the Babe Ruth Caribbean Championships are the Caribbean region in that international league.
Yeah, man. Started yesterday.
Yeah, and they've
Runs
got,
until Monday.
I think we got Aruba, Curacao. So we got some Dutch Netherlands countries, some
Yeah,
England.
Mexico, Puerto Rico.
Oh,
Cayman.
nice. Yeah. So Spanish speaking, Dutch
Jamaica.
speaking, and English speaking
Yeah.
in the vibe. This is going to be.
China is also here too.
Hold on. I thought China was just a part of the international league. China's coming here as well?
Yeah, China's playing as well.
Man, listen, if you get children, see, this one is outdoors, right? You don't have to worry about COVID protocols in the indoors, even though the indoors events are being managed very well. It's outdoors. Take your children to see the youth baseball league.
Yeah, man, if you want to go there every day, they say $65 for the entire 5-day stretch
A pass.
for adults.
Yeah.
And $20 for kids.
Yeah.
If you just want to go one day, you may want to see a particular team, you might want to
Yeah.
just go and support your own. It's $15 for adults and $5 for kids.
Man, that's doable.
Yeah, that's doable.
That is absolutely. And that, look here, this could be a great,
It's a great weekend for it,
independence
too.
tradition. And see, for a second, you know me as an anti-imperialist Bahamianist, right? I was like, why are we celebrating Babe Ruth? But the relationship between the Bahamas and the U.S. and the relationship with the Bahamas and baseball and softball, right? It ain't just Jazz who is there,
No, it ain't just jazz.
representing us. This place is just stellar. It's not just, this started decades ago.
Oh, yeah, don't forget to vote, people. Don't
Yeah,
forget
yeah.
to vote for jazz. Let me get the website.
So
Let me
it's
get
the
website on it.
2022 Chevrolet MLB All-Star Starter List. You go to MLB.com/vote.
Yeah, /all-star/ballot/vote.
Okay, there you go.
And you can get to Chisholm.
voting ends at 1:59 today. Do not click the thing until you see Jazz.
Yeah.
Click Jazz, and then after that, you could select other players for other
Yeah,
positions.
click jazz first.
Yeah. I know I know you had to ride with your granddaddy and all he play in the car is jazz all Sunday. Don't mind that. Just click jazz. That's the
Exactly.
right way to go. I got 2 more baseball stories. Beep Baseball is launched in the Bahamas. Beep Baseball. You ever heard about that?
No. What are
This is awesome.
the beep? Baseball?
If you-
B-E-E-P?
Yeah, BEEP, not like the spray to
Yeah,
keep
not
your
like
place
the
clean,
yeah.
right?
Okay.
If you're looking to find a way to give the blind and visually impaired a sport to play, the Bahamas Coalition of Advocates for Disability Awareness and Services, that's BACADAS. When you hear somebody say that, they ain't cussing you. That's BACADAS. Officially launched Beep Baseball on Saturday at the Anatole Rogers High School. Beep Baseball is a form of baseball that can be played and enjoyed by persons who are visually impaired. The ball is an oversized softball that beeps. There's an organization called the National Beep Ball Association in the US of A that puts on tournaments and stages World Series format events across the world. There are 2 bases, they're 100 feet away from the home plate, and unlike the sport of baseball, a batter is out after 4 strikes. The executive director of BACADAS, the Bahamas Coalition of Advocates for Disability Awareness and Services, is Kendrick Roll. Now, look here. Here's something I want you to do. I want you to go out and support the initiative and attempt to play. I want people who can see, who are not visually impaired in any way,
To go out and support.
to go out and support, but also go try your hand. Put on the blindfold because people do play. People who are not visually impaired do play in leagues
Yeah.
with blindfolds on, right? You go out there, and we should go out there and test our skills and see how difficult it is to play
move
this
around
game
and to get around.
before we start to say things like, oh, the only 2 base and a big ball and it beeping. This look easy. Some of our disabled and friends and people living with disabilities are even greater than some of us able-bodied people in these sports and other things.
But you're preaching to the choir.
You know.
I know.
Yeah. You know.
I know.
Look here. Look here. Metro Thompson, Vashni. How you doing? Bocce champion of the Bahamas. And Desron Forbes, the king, has never lost a 400-meter race yet. These people are representing the Bahamas on the world stage.
I've never lost one either. I've never ran one.
This is, they call that's PLP math. It works out in the end. Awesome. Okay, so the last baseball story, Paris Johnson is 17 years old, and he just signed with the L.A. Dodgers.
Yeah, man, I saw that, man. That's a big fella, you know.
He's big A.
But that's a big fella, boy.
Yeah, how
That's
tall?
I'm not sure of his height, but
Yeah.
him sitting there on stage, yeah, man.
You could see it in him.
Yeah, man, he taking up
Yeah.
3/4 of the screen. He wide.
What I saw was stage presence, like performance, like he ready to step into this new space.
Okay,
Right?
And 2-1, if you check stock, he came from Freedom Farm. He came from playing ball as a little boy.
Yeah.
And the support I see out there for baseball from as young as 3, you know, little T-ball, but the support I see from parents and well-wishers, you know, all the good godparents and whatnot, is second to none, man.
Yeah.
Baseball will forever thrive out of this country.
Yeah, and it's like even my family do softball and baseball. My grandfather deeply rooted in entrenching baseball here in the Bahamas. Like absolutely right. And we gotta see. It's important for advocates like anti-imperialists like me to not paint with broad brushes. Sometimes it's okay to paint with a broad brush, right? But it's unfair to just dismiss the sport of baseball or softball as non-Bahamian. It's just unfair. You really got to get into the history books and understand. I've been trying to get this former journalist, Gladstone Thurston, on my show to talk about the glory days of softball. But he in Eleuthera, I think, living up the glory days of softball
life,
and retirement, you know? But this
that's like the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Right. and it's important for us. See, it's almost as if when your culture is rooted in more dollars and cents, or we solve problems with money, then you don't understand like Family Islanders. You sitting here, you don't understand why they pick in corn and peas and you know they gotta pump the water before the sun go down and all of this. But you don't understand the people that have risen out of the Family Islands and have carved out, whether it's a sporting space, whether it's industry, whether it's a profession, teaching, even on the police force. It's Family Islanders who are driving this country, and more importantly, Family Island determination. Because when you move from the Family Island and you come to Nassau, if you got a good solid foundation, you never lose the Family Island, and you never lose the Family Island determination. And that's what's driving a lot of these sports and a lot of these young athletes today. Like we want to say congratulations to Craig F. Ferguson II for becoming the first Bahamian to win first in the Silver Fleet at the 2022 Optimus World Championships in Bodrum, Turkey. Congratulations, Craig.
Congratulations to him.
Yeah. When I went to learn how to sail in England, I had to go in the boat with the instructor. I was a little bigger than the other students as well. And the first lesson was we're going to learn how to capsize the boat. And you know, as a Bahamian, I look at my instructor and I tell him, no, sir. We are going to learn how to not capsize the boat.
Yeah,
please and thank you very much.
Thing.
So look here, Craig F. Ferguson, that boat you was in was tiny, but you handled that like a boss. Like a boss. The Jeff Rogers camp got underway on Monday. It's 4 weeks. Wraps up July 29th, 9 to 1.
But that camp's still going on, Dre.
Yeah, you know.
That camp was around from when I was a little boy. Used to be in the Bahamas Academy gym back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you get your little red pants, you get your white shirt, and the shirt became green, and they moved on to other colors, you know, as more and more sponsorship came in play. But everybody gets a basketball. It is unbelievable.
I can tell you a secret.
That's been around like 30 years.
34th edition this year.
See that?
34th.
Yeah, that's been around forever.
And this year,
that's excellent.
Klay Thompson is going to be out there.
Oh, yeah.
Brooklyn Nets, Kyrie Irving is going to be there.
Again?
Kyrie, did you bring Durant with you?
The last time Kyrie was here,
Yeah.
he had a problem. Something Someone on the lines, he was supposed to play basketball. He was supposed to do an exhibition, and he didn't. Maybe about 4 or 5 years ago.
In the States, he was supposed to do it, and
No,
but he was
supposed to do
here.
it here.
Oh, and he
No,
didn't.
he's supposed to do it here, and he didn't. And it broke the kid's heart. So, Kyrie,
Listen.
if you're listening, or somebody who you know listening, please, if you're going to put on a show, just put on a show.
Yeah, no collects, no comforters. Don't listen. What Ronnie Butler say? The women will smile and they anyway. Ronnie Butler know about that. Just don't entertain anybody. Go home, rest, eat your aloes, get up early in the morning, come entertain the children.
Yeah, please, man. They only kids, man.
Yeah. Because we understand, Kyrie. You come here and you forget you ain't on vacation. You see all the wonderful things you have to do, and you fall into relax mode. We get it. That's why we invite people here. But the children won't see you.
Yeah, the children won't be out after dark.
All right.
Not unless it's John Canoe on Sunday.
Okay, I got a text. Erin, with all due respect, why are we classifying Jazz Chisholm as a Bahamian when Chisholm is a Haitian last name and it's clear he had Haitian roots? What is this on National Flag Day of the Bahamas? Okay, Chisholm has Haitian roots and Greene has English roots. In fact, everybody here, the vast majority of us, our names have English roots, but we're not English. We're African descent. We're not European descent. And even though we have plenty of people with some European descent in them, like me, case in point, it's obvious, right? It's obvious. It almost got more Europe than African in me. But that doesn't mean that I'm British, even though my name is British. That's not what it means. Also, Jazz Chisholm claims the Bahamas, and he claims he was a part of it. So let's celebrate that.
Let's do that, man. He was there from a little boy. Let's not do that.
Yeah, and Chisholm is a Bahamian name. I don't care, like Philum. If Philum is a Bahamian word, then Chisholm is a Bahamian name.
Exactly.
Great show as usual, Miss Greene. $1,000. I might have to go on the run if I get that fine. I'm going to show you something. What you could do is you could start a track career.
Right. This is it.
Right? Just start jogging everywhere you go.
Right, that's all. Put down your car. Pick up your feet.
Okay, somebody say, look here, when Kyrie come here, give him 2 collect gold. Make sure he could cuss like a Bahamian. And let him hang out with Naughty and Warren, and he would be Bahamian in no time. Well, first of all, I would like to thank you for including the light-skinned delegation in the Bahamian National Profile. On behalf of the light-skinned delegation, I was getting a little worried there that y'all was going to kick us out.
Yeah, because, apparently, if you ain't dark skin, you ain't Bahamian. I don't.
Right. We're going to delve into that, what an organic Bahamian is.
I work in air condition.
In a second.
I work in air condition.
Yeah.
I AC bleach.
Right. Because the irony is that we can use the word indigenous or indigeneity when talking about the modern Bahamian, right? The African descent Bahamian.
Yeah.
Because anybody who was here 400 years ago could now be considered indigenous. But remember, 400 years ago, there was no difference between Bahamian slave and Haitian slave and Trinidadian slave and slave. They was even trying to slave the Conky Joes. That's why the loyalists called the Lutheran adventurous descendants Conky Joes. They was trying to slave everybody. Starting from that point.
Yeah, let's not even. Exactly.
Yeah.
So if we got a history that far back, let's not nitpick on Jazz, man.
Right, and just let me try get Tom Brady and Kyrie Irving to become Bahamians. That's all. Just let me do that.
I know people that have last names that are very Scottish and are very black. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Yeah. Out of respect for the text, it just says, "But we accept your English roots, Erin, because we were all British subjects." So I do in this conference next year for the 50th anniversary of the Bahamas is going to be called From Independence to Emancipation, because you have to be independent to free yourself. Otherwise, somebody else freeing you, and it ain't quite the same thing. Basically. Producer, anybody in the Zoom room? Oh, man, I am so sad about that, but that's okay. Let's go to a break. Now, let's play this song. If you play the second song I gave you, this song is being released today. It should have already officially hit the airwaves. I got permission from the artist to play it.
Okay, let's hear it. Who?
It's Johnny Cake.
Johnny Cake?
Author of The Flicking Road.
Oh, and, yeah. I emceed his wedding last year,
What?
Did he try
to perform at his own wedding?
He did perform at his own wedding.
Look here, that's a Bahamian.
He did
I
perform
figured
at-
it. I
Try.
figured it.
He did perform.
Yeah.
He was the first wedding that I emceed after, all of the lockdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's my boy, man.
Right. So this song is releasing today.
Okay.
And we playing it for independence.
Yeah, man. Man, let's hear it.
Because the root of independence is confidence.
Always.
We gon' smoke and drinks gon' pour. Cause we don't share bottles at this table anymore. Smoke the top of that's cause I'm a herbivore. Then I need the thickest thing that's swinging on the dance floor. Nobody bunks me everything I work for. No boss, no daddy, like a lion I roar. They say life is a game, I look at the top score. Cause I was born a soldier, that means I am built for war. They gon' love you when you less, but they gon' hate you when you more. They gon' cry if you rise, celebrate when you fall. But like the Andre Ayton, I will always stand tall. And I will never settle cause I'm out for it all. Work hard every day, every night. Didn't get a discount, I've to pay the full price. So I can live the life that I want, the life that I like, the life what is mine. See them ages through my Cartier lens. They never thought I would've reached this prominence. I made it because of my friends, that's why I'll have to tell them. Can't touch my confidence, cause I'm too clean and flicking fresh. Yeah, I look, I feel, I smell nice, and I'm living my life with no regrets. I say I can't touch my confidence, cause I'm too clean and flicking fresh. Yeah, I look, I feel, I smell nice, and I'm living my life with no regrets. I say I can't touch my confidence. Can't touch my confidence.
Leading us into the 49th Independence celebration.
Man, that's my boy, man. Not bad.
Yes,
Not
and,
bad
and
at all.
for my Bahamians who are like, look here, that ain't traditional Bahamian music.
That's what it is now.
But look here, because when Blind Blake sing Jones, oh Jones, you wouldn't have said that. Today you
Okay.
wouldn't say that's traditional Bahamian music.
That's
either.
what it is now.
Yeah.
Come on, let's
Pull everybody together, because all of us, young and old,
I'm gonna order Bahamians, man. Stop
right?
it.
And every voice, every dispensation,
It counts.
It counts. Anyway, we're going to go to a break. Stay tuned. Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM. You're on the clock on the Sports Friday. And we got to talk some NBA. You know why? Because that's where the young people are. They're charting their course on basketball, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
And not just Buddy High either. Anyway, we'll be right back. Stay
Buddy
tuned. Guardian
High,
Radio.
I guess I'm the only thing that they talk about. Well, let me see her run on how I run up in your gal. I'm a song on the radio. Now watch her, she get wild. Cause she love what I was singing. She loving the daddy style. Check her phone, I'm the last one she dial. I'ma lay it down and lie her up just like a tile.
Hello? Keisha, you something else, boy.
Who this is? Tamika?
You ain't even remember my name? Wow, Dread.
Girl, I've been so busy. You still planning a trip?
Girl, and I can't wait. I right here online booking my car.
You dare planning trip. You vaccinated?
Girl, we had to. We ain't been nowhere since this pandemic started. Girl, and we got a 14-day vacation.
Best vacation ever.
Girl, are you though?
Well, I know you was gonna get the vaccine because you too like travel. When you'll get your vaccine?
Girl, long time. Because you got to get your first dose, wait, then get your second dose at least 2 weeks before you travel. Johnny get his vaccine and he 12. Even Grammy get hers. Child, and Grammy say she ain't get no money. But I see her hiding that under the mattress.
Child, let me send my list because I know you going shopping.
Keisha, don't play with me.
Vaccinate today, live tomorrow. A message by PAHO WHO, Canada, and USAID.
Like what you're hearing on the show? Want to support the conversation? Sponsor On the Clock today. Call Janet Lees at 302-2304. That's 302-2304. Be the solution. Sponsor On the Clock with Erin Greene, where she dissects, we discuss, and you decide.
The new Guardian Radio app is here. Listen live to all our Guardian Radio shows and live video stream select programs in our studio. Get information about Guardian Radio shows and our hosts. Send messages including text, email, and even call. All from our amazing new Guardian Radio app. Download it free today in your App Store for your Apple device or Play Store for your Android device. The all-new and improved Guardian Radio app.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Miles, bring it to the clash and I can make up all your files. Now you're not ready for this lifestyle. Work hard every day, every night. Didn't get a discount, I've to pay the full price. So I can live the life that I want, the life that I like, the life what is mine. See them ages through my Cartier lens. They never thought I would have reached this prominence. I made it because of my friends. That's why I'll have to tell them. Can't touch my confidence, cause I'm too clean and flicking fresh. Yeah, I look, I feel, I smell nice, and I'm living my life with no regrets. I say I can't touch my confidence, cause I'm too clean and flicking fresh. Yeah, I look, I feel, I smell.
Welcome back to Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, your station for fresh news, smart talk. You're on the air with Erin, Greene, and Eric Sawyer the third. Boy, you can't touch my I like that track, man. I like that.
That can catch fire.
Yeah. Somebody's trying to tell me that Burna Boy have the summer hit, right? Like that. One of his songs, the latest release is the summer hit. But I think that's his track for the summer right there.
That can play catch up. Yeah, man. That can play catch up quickly.
That's off the chain. Okay, we got 2 calls coming in. Let's go to them. Good morning, caller. You're on the clock.
Hello.
Hi. Good morning.
Morning. I catch the tail end of a comment you made.
Okay.
And I want to be clear what you had mentioned.
Okay.
Eric is George Spender. I hope you remember him.
Good morning, sir. How are you, sir?
The popular stuff. Listen, she made a comment that the good gentleman, and Eric, you're supposed to correct it because you know better.
Uh-huh.
That the good gentleman, all I heard said that he could be a Haitian baseball player.
A texter said,
Jazz.
why are you honoring Jazz like this? Because look at his last name. He's a Haitian.
Okay.
And I said, basically, and so what? If he's of Haitian descent. Look at my last name. Greene is a British English word. I have English descent. I'm Bohemian. What does it matter? And so we were sort of tossing that sentiment aside, that because he have a name that may be of Haitian descent or attributed to a Haitian lineage, that we should disregard him as a Bahamian. I was tossing that idea aside.
Well, okay. Well, Eric and I know this gentleman
Personally.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
personally.
Okay, good.
We know he's not Asian.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? We know that Daddy's not Asian.
All right.
Let me call and make a comment on that note.
But
Yeah,
thank you.
no, I didn't want to get too, aggressive with it. You know what I mean, George?
Yeah. And then it's important to know that we are not saying there's anything wrong with being of Haitian descent. You just want it to be known. We know that this boy have Bahamian lineage.
Because if we don't go down that route, we could say, look at Rick Fox.
Yeah. Yeah, Canadian Bahamian.
Exactly.
All right. Look at Rick Fox. So we don't have to go down that road.
Exactly.
But,
yeah.
Your guys are doing a remarkable job. You know.
Thank you, George.
I like sports, and Eric and I like sports.
Yeah.
I wish I had more time to do more in sports.
You're just a former track star you're talking to, you know.
Nice, okay.
My son just represented the Bahamas. Only COVID caused him not to attempt to make the relay team for the Bahamas 4x4 for
Okay.
the Olympics, last Olympics.
Yeah.
He got discouraged and COVID messed up everything. He had to work.
Well,
So
yeah.
y'all keep up the good works, man, and big up the Bahamian in sports and big up sports in the Bahamas.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, George. Yeah, man. Way to go. Will do.
Okay. All right, take it easy.
Yeah, brother.
Absolutely. And I think it's a necessary tension, right? We want to focus on sports in the Bahamas, but we got to talk about what's going on in the world because we got to carve those pathways.
Yeah, man. There are
for young
Bahamians
athletes.
everywhere doing things.
Right. If you didn't show up this morning, you know what I was going to talk about? Let's call in and tell me, let's list all
If you'd
of
like
the...
to make a call, please hang up and try again. If you need...
all of the sports and disciplines that Bahamians are participating in globally, locally and globally.
Mm-hmm.
So before Vashni Metro Thompson came here, I didn't remember, I don't even know if I knew that we were competing in bocce on the international stage. But little children need to know that. We need to inspire them.
That there are avenues, roads, little.
Yeah, listen, did you know
everywhere.
that there's a swimming obstacle course? It's a part of the pentathlon in military sporting events, right? There's a swim. Who should do that more than Bahamian? Which crawfish diver which boat repair ain't gonna clean up on that event where you swim through obstacles on top of the water and under the water, right? Bahamian young people could have been doing that. There's another sport, we're coming to this caller right now, there's another sport called tech ball, where you have a ping pong table, but it's curved, and you play with a small soccer ball with soccer rules, no hands, head, body, feet, no hands, on a curved ping pong table.
Curve what? Inward?
Outward. So
Outward.
curved down.
Okay.
Yeah, curved down, right?
Okay.
And so the professional footballers, soccer players, once they matriculate out of the professional leagues, they still got all that talent and they still got that drive to perform on a world stage and they still got the drive to be on the cutting edge of something, right? And so they are out here performing tech ball, singles and doubles all over the world. And we here
Until one
arguing,
day getting paid.
right? And we here arguing with whether porking is a real sport.
Porking is a real
while
sport.
dodgeball in the Olympics.
Right. While daughter
In the Olympics, you know,
Exactly.
and so we have to balance that tension. It's a great tension. We need that tension. What's happening locally and what can we expose people to across the world? Because being independent, there's 10 gang. I pray that I'm lucky enough to join you one day. But also I pray that I have the wisdom to understand that the world doesn't belong to me anymore. And we got to let it go and let the young people breathe life into it. Not just
And you can
our
still
breath.
consult.
Absolutely, you can still come play. We can still
You
have
can still
senior
play,
leagues.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. You can still consult, have the,
But let the imagination run wild.
let them go.
Yeah. Got another caller on the line. Caller, you're on the clock.
Good morning, Erin, Greene. Good morning, buddy. Sawyer.
Good morning. You call in to talk about beep, right?
Well, actually, I called a beep. I'm called this beep celebration. What's supposed to happy and independent to everybody.
Okay.
But Erin, what I'm proud of, when I was tried yesterday, he's a part of it. I say, look at my independent baby. You, Erin Greene, is one of them. You born after independence.
Yeah.
The young lady who organizing our independence celebration for now and next year, Minister last year, some independent baby.
Yeah.
They told Lyndon Billin, if you go independent, you will destroy the nation. Look at the Lyndon Billin great-great-grandchildren. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You understand how powerful that is?
Absolutely.
The Lyndon Billin is smiling in heaven because he know what he did was right. With all the defense force and all the national insurance and all this central bank and all of these college of Bahamas now university.
And even
they say the Lyndon would destroy it. Go ahead.
And even with the mistakes that he did make, because he made some mistakes, I can tell you that. Even
Everybody
with the
make mistakes.
Right. Even
I
with,
make mistakes.
Yeah. Even with the mistakes that he did make, we were still able to carve out of his vision a future for the Bahamas.
Right. And we still growing.
Yeah.
Well, we are number one in the map. And we are the most beautiful city from space.
Yep.
That's facts.
Yep.
And listen to Sawyer, and we have accomplished in sports and everything, and we still accomplishment.
Look here,
100%.
across the world, you see this little boy, Craig F. Ferguson II, gone all the way to Turkey.
And did very well.
Right. In fact, producer, you know we got to close the show with Wally Gray.
Carrying on, Durbin knows.
Yeah, carrying on that vision.
Man. Carrying on that vision.
And we built both. We have a future.
Yeah.
We in shape. We ready.
Look here, from chess to bocce.
Erin Greene, you made us ready.
Basketball,
we made us ready, and look here.
You too, because you are an independent baby. I don't know, but I pass it on to the baton, everything to yours.
Well, I can celebrate. I'll take it.
Because you're in good hands because of you and others.
Yes, because
I'm still young.
You ain't going nowhere yet.
No, I ain't nowhere yet. But all I'm saying is I'm proud to be here because of that. Listening to Dried on television, watching them, and listening to you, and listening to last year planning the independence celebration for next year.
These are the things that make us proud.
I am very proud to be a Bahamas, a Bahamian.
I absolutely listen.
We could compete with anybody around the world.
Absolutely. Thank you. I gotta go. We got two more callers on the line. Good morning, caller. You're on the clock.
Hey, morning, Erin. What's up?
Everything's good. Is this DeWitt?
Yeah, what's up?
Blessings. Happy Independence.
Happy Independence to you. Guess where I spent one Independence? I spent one Independence in Fort Lauderdale. I just came. I was over there for Independence, but I back here for Independence. Thank God for that.
Look here.
Good morning to you again.
Absolutely.
Morning, sir.
Erin, let me ask you and your guests if y'all can remember. Remember one time ago, you see where Lake Alania?
Say that again.
On Sundays, they used to have persons out there with their little model power boat.
Yeah.
It was like a little gathering, you know. I'm trying to figure out, right? When you run a ministry like sports, like you see all of those like John Tisman and all of those who really putting us on the map, especially with baseball, right?
Yeah.
How is it that in the ministry of sport, you have the minister there, you have the minister with the expertise when it comes to sport, right? But the people around him is like they don't have no ideas. They don't see, Ms. Greene, you can be the minister, but the minister is looking for your guests to bring ideas into the ministry to see, look, let's take sports to a different level. What about these sports with people like? Why don't we try to implement or bring them back?
Yeah.
But, you know, without vision, the people will perish. And I'm being real with you, your guest. Those things you're talking about, when you have people who like those types of things, you have people occupying their mind. You got people who will be off the street. You got people who are going to be doing foolishness because you have sports.
Right.
And I keep telling people, as a person who mentor and did sports with youth in this country, right, with boys, right, the more you have sports, the less idle time and look for better work that you have with children. So I would encourage everybody, whatever sport you're talking about, to try it. Just try. Don't just say it, but try.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Thank you.
I mean, have a good weekend, you and your guests, Mr. Smith.
You too.
You too.
Okay, let's get to this next call, and then we're going to get into the text. Dad, quick. Good morning, caller. You on the clock? Still there? Sorry, I lost you, caller. Text says, sorry, Erin, but I'm tired of foreigners getting praise in honor of the Bahamas. I think the text is trying to say we're getting catfished again and again. Why we can't find a true Bahamian to stand tall. Oh, yeah, this Conch County, my bad. Bahamian roots mean nothing. Dear texter, you are conflating a whole bunch of issues. First of all, when I saw somebody from Barbados call the Bahamas Conch Twitter, Eric, they call us Conch Twitter. You know, I had to respond from Archipelago Twitter to One Rock Twitter, right? Hey, but listen, first of all, texter, we're going to talk about that later. We're not being catfished. You need to understand the politics of the development of your country, right? That's all. We're not being catfished. You just got to know who you is. And it's not your fault that you don't know who you is. Another text, somebody says, Joe Bet. I don't know who Joebet is. Song, boy, you don't know me, question mark. See, the question is not whether anybody got struck, you know. The question is whether anybody defied the direct order of a police officer, but we ain't get there yet.
Man, that was so, like this summer now, that was spring talk.
Yeah, that's like spring training camp. We already in the All-Stars.
Yeah.
Go vote for Jazz here.
Please.
Great show as usual to all the Bahamians out there. If you're... I'm sorry. This gentleman is saying... Text, I can't read the text on the air, man, but thank you for making me smile. Thank you for making me laugh. Eric.
NBA.
What's happening with Kevin Durant? Where you going?
Nobody really knows. But
anybody
honestly,
pick him yet?
Honestly, he is signed for 4 years. Like, he wants to be traded. And if the Nets don't get what they need for him, he won't be traded. He has to play. He signed a 4-year extension last year.
Okay.
He has no choice but to play.
So he have a job. No matter what happens, he has a job.
No matter what. It's just like most Bahamians who say, but I hate my job, but you got to go.
Right.
Like, you sign a contract, you got to go.
Yeah.
You got to go to work.
Yeah.
You have to go to work. Kyrie opted in last week, so
that's like I went out.
If they don't find teams that want to trade for them for assets that the Nets want, not for what they want to get.
Because I went out
they
on
have
a date.
to play. Now, granted, it's all well and good that they are indeed, they're now indeed moving into being businessmen. Because the league is indeed a business. Look at the contracts of like a Nikola Jokic. He signed 5 years, $250 million.
Yeah, and this other
guy
that
is
$252 for
Ja
5.
Morant, $193 could balloon to $231 with other bonuses and incentives.
Yeah,
this is generational wealth we're talking about. This is changing the paradigm of what your family will end up to be.
Yeah, your legacy.
This is your legacy. This is what you will leave behind. Yeah. This is what your great-grandchildren nephews and nieces who you may never meet
Yeah.
will be able to live off of.
Right. And dear DeAndre. Dear DeAndre.
Dear DeAndre.
We need you to
Let's get it together,
think
brother.
about that.
Let's get it together.
I was going to crack a joke. But I saw an article about a player who was attempting to speak to the general manager or the owner of his team, and she would not speak to him. She directed him to the vice, whoever's just underneath her. And then what you talked about, like you say, when you realize that this is legacy we talking, this is generational wealth.
Yes.
You don't just sit back and let people trade on your behalf. When you're
You gotta
really a
get up
part
and
of a
hold it,
team,
man.
you want to be a part of that team, and you want the management to know that I am an equal part of this team. You bring the money, and I bring the
play.
performance.
Yeah, you know, like you may be wealthy because, that's what it is. But the NBA owners are wealthy. NBA players are rich.
Yeah.
Because the NBA owners, they sign the checks.
Yeah.
Let's be honest about this.
You're right.
So.
And this space.
But I mean, I do have a voice because you wouldn't be wealthy if I didn't play.
Right. And that, look at that is a fascinating space, and it's an important space, right? Because it dictates the development of the game.
Exactly.
And why would I sit here and perform for you, and you not even willing to take my call?
You're just wanting to move me around like chess pieces on a chessboard. And that's not fair. That's not fair to me and my God-given abilities.
Yeah. But listen, we are all out of time. But
speaking of women.
Yeah, go on.
Speaking of women.
Go on.
We do indeed have a new president for the Las Vegas Raiders, and she is indeed Sandra Douglas Morgan, the first black woman to serve as a team's president.
Boy,
NFL team's president.
Buccaneers look like I have to become a Raiders. I have to become a Raiders. I love it. But listen, check out your paper. You go online, check out The Guardian. Tons of stories. Jonquel Jones selected to team steward for the WNBA All-Star game.
Brittany Griner also pled guilty.
She pled guilty, boy.
In hopes that the trial could come to an end.
Yeah, and a light sentence.
But the Russians want somebody that the U.S. have in jail. One or two.
Oh, they want trade out.
A trade, yeah.
Oh, this is right up our alley. We can talk about that next week. I think that's all the stories. The National Independent Cycling Championships took place. That was good. And Four Walls crowned new squash champions. Listen,
I have yet to go to Four Walls. I have to go there, man. Noel Nichols is a good friend of mine.
You were supposed to come when we was playing parking, but you had to work. Responsible human being. Listen, guys, it's Independence. I know we're running out of time.
Yeah, we got fun this weekend.
I got one last note. Somebody say they know who is 100% Bahamian. Look here, I know a couple people too, Well, I want to salute all the real Bahamians today. I say happy independence. We include you too with your English roots, Erin. Thank you. Happy independence to everybody.
What's the most Bahamian meal you know
of? Coconut Jimmy. Crab and dough. No.
The most Bahamian meal in the whole Bahamas you could get anywhere in the Bahamas is boiled fish and grits.
Yeah, but not grits. Because grits ain't really... See, even the grits in the flour, they don't grow here, but boiled fish,
Boiled fish is the most Bahamian.
With ground potato, with ground provisions.
Yeah. It's the most Bahamian meal you can get in the Bahamas. Anywhere, any island.
I believe you. Pepper, lime, salt, piece of potato, and onion. That's all you need. You're good to go.
Give me that little bit of heat.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, Lord. Listen, stay tuned. Guardian Radio AM with Cecil Nuri is
Happy Independence, Bahamas.
Next. Happy Independence. Don't park nobody this holiday weekend. Just think about playing parking. We gotta go. Thank you.
With confidence. Do it with confidence, eh?
Yeah, with confidence. Cut it, producer.
What goes up must come down. Here's a man that is born of a woman, has about a short time to live.